The role of caring for people with dementia is an important job for many care staff in residential care settings. A person-centred approach requires skill, patience, empathy, energy, motivation and vocation. Skill is often displayed in the expertise that a carer uses to work sensitively with residents, showing an understanding of their complex needs. A person with dementia may take much longer to carry out activities than other people. A patient carer recognises this and facilitates the person to do what they can at their own pace.
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Clark. You take your time. It's nice not to be in a rush the whole time, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
When carers are working in a person-centred way, they're tuned into the feelings of the person with dementia and can identify with them at a feelings level. Recognising and meeting the complex needs of a person with dementia demands a great deal of a carer, both physically and emotionally. Person-centred carers are acting on the fundamental belief that all people with dementia can experience well-being through the way that they're interacted with. Motivation is sustained by managers who support carers and show them that they're valued.
Mummy. It's all right, Mrs. Burton. I'm here to look after you. Would you like me to sit here for a while?
You two look comfortable. I'll stay there, Belinda. I think Mrs. Burton would prefer that. Well done.
Being a carer is so much more than just a job. It requires a special personality that's driven to supporting people rather than managing problems. When carers are enabled to fulfil their own potential in this way, there's a great deal of satisfaction in giving care and supporting others. This video will help you to understand the practice of person-centred care of people with dementia and how the way that you work with a person with dementia can affect their ability. People with dementia are unique individuals who rely on the special skills and qualities of good carers. The values that are at the heart of person-centred services are individuality and identity, rights, choice, privacy, independence, dignity, partnership. A person-centred approach to understanding and working with people with dementia, as identified by Kitwood 1993, is where dementia is the result of a complex interaction between 5 main elements: personality, biography, health, neurological impairment, and social psychology. Let's have a look at each of these in turn. Personality.
Oh, Mrs. Atkins, your daughter told me that checking the doors were always locked has always been important to you. It's important to feel safe, isn't it?
Biography.
Mr. Clark was an officer in the army. He likes to keep his shoes well cleaned, otherwise he gets upset. We must put into his care plan to help him clean his shoes.
Health.
Mrs. Burton's been calling out all day today.
Yeah, I wonder if she has that toothache again. I'll ask the manager to make an appointment for her to see the dentist.
Neurological impairment.
The doctor thinks your father may have had another mini stroke. That's probably why he's having difficulty with his self-care now.
Social psychology.
Mummy! I need my mummy.
Don't be silly, you're getting confused. Your mum died 30 years ago.
Sorry, dear. I didn't hear you.
I can see you're very anxious, Mrs. Burton. Don't worry, we're here and we'll look after you.
How carers interact with people can have a significant impact, either for better or worse. Carers can undermine a person and cause feelings of ill-being or can create an environment that's empowering to the person and nurtures well-being. Carers who work with people with dementia must have good communication skills and be person-centred in their practice. This means that they should view dementia as a disability, not a disaster. Assume everything people do and say is potentially meaningful and therefore important. Get to know the individual and see their life history as important. Help people to maintain good physical health. Provide appropriate stimulation. Provide emotional support to the person with dementia.
Well, once you have dementia, you might as well give up.
How can you say that? Look at Mrs. Atkins. She's got a lot of problems, but she still enjoys life and has a good laugh. I know there's some things she can't do, but there's still a lot she can do if we help her with the bits she finds difficult.
I suppose so.
Help! Help! It's on fire.
Oh, he's always saying this.
Something's on fire?
Yes, it's really burning.
Let's go sit down, Mr. Clark. There is no fire.
No, wait a minute. Mr. Clark, have you just been to the bathroom?
Yes, I have.
Was it painful? Yeah, come with me. We'll go and see the manager. You might have picked up that urine infection again.
Oh,
I love talking with you, Mrs. Atkins. It sounds like you've led such an interesting life. Tell me more about after you were married. You worked in an office, didn't you?
Oh yes, dear. It was a big insurance office and there was lots of other girls in that typing pool.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh yes. We had great times, plenty to talk about, and oh, lots of laughs.
Did you know that Mrs. Atkins used to work in the typing pool of a big insurance office? She was telling me she used to really enjoy all the chats they used to have.
Do you think that would explain why she always says, "Look out, the boss is coming," whenever she goes into the lounge where the other ladies sit?
Possibly. It might also explain why she keeps going into the office here. Maybe we should get the old typewriter out for her.
I'm worried about Mrs. Burton. She isn't drinking as much as she used to.
Right, we need to make sure that she's drinking plenty of fluids. I wonder if you could sit with her and encourage her to drink. Also, we need to make a record for this week of exactly how much she's drinking. And I'll check with the dentist to make sure that she's got no problems with mouth ulcers or with the dentures.
Goodness, what a noise! Let's put something a bit more soothing on, shall we? Mr.
Yes,
Clark, would you
please.
like to help me choose a nicer record to listen to?
Yes. That one would be nice.
Okay. Now, why don't you and I sit down and listen to it for a
That's
while?
That's better. That's better.
Oh, Mrs. Atkins, whatever is the matter?
I want to go home. I'm never going to go home.
I understand. It must be very hard to leave a place you've lived in for such a long time. It's only natural to be upset. Would you like me to sit here for a while with you?
It's very kind of you, dear, but I don't want you to get into trouble.
Well, that's all right, Mrs. Atkins. It's what I'm here for, to help you if you need me. I won't get into any trouble. In summary, caring for people with dementia is a very skilled job. Take a moment to reflect on whether you apply any of these skills in your day-to-day practice. View dementia as a disability, not a disaster. Assume everything people do and say is potentially meaningful and therefore important. Get to know the individual and see their life history as important. Help people to maintain good physical health. Provide appropriate stimulation. Provide emotional support to the person with dementia.